Why did Trevor Milton leave Nikola? Every single business news source on the planet is currently covering the story because late last night we got news that Trevor Milton is quote unquote voluntarily leaving Nikola and stepping down as executive chairman. Milton then went on to release a statement on his departure stating, "Nikola is truly in my blood and always will be, and the focus should be on the company and its world-changing mission, not me." He then goes on to say that he made the difficult decision to approach the board and volunteer to step aside as executive chairman. He then adds, founding Nikola and growing it into a company that will change transportation for the better and help protect our world's climate has been an incredible honor. I mean, that's cool and all. Good job for creating this company and good job for everything that you've done so far, Trevor. But the timing of all of this seems a little bit suspicious in my opinion. And I'm sure most people with half a brain would probably agree with me. And while clearly investors didn't buy the story either, as the stock sold off 20% today as of recording this video on this news, because trust me guys, this is turning into a pretty big deal. So let's think about it with the timeline of things that has happened so far in the last few weeks for Nikola. First, we had Nikola come out and announce a deal with GM, which was great, and they managed to get a big automaker to believe in them. Next, we had Hindenburg Research come out with a detailed report outlining all the red flags with Nikola as a business, but more importantly with Trevor Milton as well. And so far we already confirmed that a few of their accusations have already turned out to be true, namely the Nikola One in Motion video. Then a few days after that, you see Trevor Milton voluntarily step down and leave the business. Is it just me, or is there a lot more to this story? If you agree with me and you think there is more to the story, smash that like button down below for the YouTube AI. So why did Trevor Milton really leave Nikola? I believe at this point, whether Milton is innocent or not, his tweets and his image has had a negative impact on Nikola as a business, and indirectly now with GM as well because of the partnership they just announced. GM is not really a company that wants to be in the spotlight or is in the spotlight that often. It's a very old business and they continue doing what they do best, which is building crappy cars. But with Milton constantly speaking his mind, and with this recent short seller report, which seems to target him quite a bit in that report with accusations that he's lied about things or just straight out just fraud that he's committed with this business, GM wants to disassociate with him, I assume, and as a result has forcefully asked him to step down. It really hurts GM's reputation because people are going to be asking, how did a large business like GM, a large established business, fall for Milton's tricks here and really agree to a deal with a business that doesn't have anything to show for it right now? I don't know about you guys, but I think that this looks really, really bad for GM's board, and they really had to go into damage control here and try to do whatever they can to make sure that their relationship with their customers and their investors doesn't get hurt because of this deal here with Nikola. So I think, this is just my opinion, there's no facts behind this, just what I think guys, that they've actually gone and approached Trevor and asked him, okay, you need to step down because of so and so, the image is getting hurt between these two businesses and we need you gone. And I think that they may have even taken a step further and said, you know what, we don't only need you to leave the business and not be associated with the business, but we can't have you tweet or talk about the business either in a public light. And I believe this because when I look at Trevor Milton's Twitter page right now, it's locked and you need it to be approved to gain access to his tweets. So I asked myself, if everything was fine and dandy and Milton actually did legitimately voluntarily step down on good terms, why is his Twitter restricted? We know how vocal he's been on Twitter. He absolutely loves going on Twitter and you know, having arguments, discussions, whatever it may be, with anyone out there that tweets him. So for him to go and make his account private and not have the public see his tweets and not have the public hear about how he believes Nikola has groundbreaking technology and is going to change the world and all this other stuff seems a little bit out of character. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think there's a lot more behind this. Now really guys, I think that the reason that his account is private is because possibly there are some tweets in there that he's tweeted in the past that could be used against him or against Nikola in a legal battle. So I think at the end of the day, Nikola and GM both approached him and said, okay, you need to not only stop tweeting right now about Nikola, you need to make your account private, you can't discuss the stock anymore, and we need to cut associations with you all together so that if there is some issue and accusations against you, it won't be turned onto us, Nikola and GM, the businesses as well. Now we know that the SEC and the DOJ, Department of Justice, are both doing investigations on Nikola, and perhaps everything that was a fraud or a lie at the company and the accusations really against the business was a result of Milton's decisions, or at least you would think, considering he was the founder and the ex-chairman. So maybe the business just wants to do the proactive thing here, cut ties with him before all of that is unveiled. And then, like I said, if Milton is pursued legally, it's just going to be hopefully on him and not the business, Nikola, as well. It'd be a shame to have a company that has employees, that provides jobs for people, just because the founder tends to lie about things or inflate things, or just straight up not be honest with the public. So I do hope that the business, Nikola, the business, actually still succeeds, and that they are able to continue moving forward here without Milton as kind of the head of the ship. So I don't know, guys. I think this progression of what's been happening in the last few weeks has gotten progressively worse for Nikola. We started off with great news on a partnership, but that kind of sparked everything. And after that report came out, it's just been negative news after negative news for this business. Investors are extremely skeptical now, and Nikola really needs to go into damage control to prove that they are what they say they have been. Even after all of this, though, what's surprising is Nikola is valued as a $10 billion business, and that's $10 billion more than it should be, in my opinion. There's definitely a lot more room for it to fall, and I think we are headed lower at this rate until the company finally has something to show for it, to prove that, what they say and the technology that they've been touting for so long is actually very close to being released. Now, in my opinion, I don't really think that's going to happen, because that's why they partnered with GM, and they're going to be using GM's technology. Oh my gosh, guys, this is such a mess here with these two businesses. But, as someone standing on the sidelines here and just watching this, it's quite entertaining. And I'll keep creating videos like this because I know you guys enjoy it as well. Now, just kind of close off, I want to add one more thing here, which kind of gave me even more reason to believe that GM was behind this move here to get Milton out. The new chairman of Nikola is a former GM vice chairman, so clearly he has some ties and connections to General Motors, and now with him as, the face of Nikola and the decision maker for Nikola, it makes it easier to continue to build on a partnership between the two companies, GM and Nikola, with less resistance than Milton may have shown. So who knows, maybe this ends up being the best thing for Nikola and maybe even for GM moving forward. Maybe they come out of this, they become a much stronger company, and who knows, maybe we see a merger between these two companies at some point in the future if Nikola actually did have any value to provide and bring to the table. Either way, this has been an entertaining story. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. But if you are an investor in Nikola, just be safe out there. I don't really know why you would still want to hold this stock right now with everything going on. But if you are, I wish you all the best. Just stay safe. Let me know in the comment section down below. Either way, whether you're a bull or a bear on Nikola, what you think is going to happen with all of this. Do you think that, GM's going to cut this partnership and just let Nikola go off there and probably die off as a business? Or do you think that GM is going to embrace this? These two companies are going to work together, have something incredible, and compete with the Tesla semis. As always, love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.